met you in another exhibition.
Yes.
Done this and so on, and with him, when he has an idea in his mind, he does it.
Yeah, we are basically executors, and I'm so happy that the biggest example of execution is the Clean India project. We started this project 12 years back. We made around about 1.2 million people member of this organization from all over India. And when Prime Minister joined office in 2014, he asked for new ideas. We also submitted our idea. And out of 4,500 new ideas which he received, he shortlisted 11 ideas. And all were asked to come for a brainstorming session. And the first session, the first idea which he picked up from the 11 shortlisted was our idea of Clean India, which was converted into Swachh Bharat, and then he created a national campaign out of it. The second we gave about the World Yoga Day. We have trained 12,000 people in yoga in 100 countries. We have an organization called Global Yoga Alliance. It's a federation of yoga. I'm a patron to that. And we are 8 organizations, including one Shri Shri, which many people know. And we we actually submitted charter to Prime Minister. We've been celebrating 21st June from last 22 years. And we gave this charter to PM to get it converted as an International Yoga Day. And I think we've been very lucky that even this has been done.
You had that huge yoga thing on 21st in Noida in some
Also,
huge
yes.
stadium or something, right?
There we called our cultural minister as a chief guest, and we had number. We also, we've been celebrating this time. We celebrated in much with great pomp and show.
Yeah, of course.
They did it in Geneva as well.
All over the world.
All
in
over the
UN.
world.
Yeah, but
All over the world.
It was a quite big affair there also.
The third is now we have given 12th February as an International Day of Journalism. We've been celebrating, but then we are pursuing, and I'm happy that around 27,000 journalists from all over the world, they have joined this organization now so far. And we will very soon, it will be converted into 12th February as the International Day of Journalism.
February or January?
February. Idea is to create something new, something different, and then you have to really pursue for it. And I know that world is not that big today that you cannot speak about your ideas, vision, thinking. This is we started everything 2010 when I created my world record in sports. What we did, we covered right from Wagah border, India-Pakistan border, to Nehru Stadium, the Queen's Battle Relay. And we covered all the 28 states, 5 union territories. We covered 300 events, 900 cities, and clicked 10,000 pictures, 1,000 hours of filmmaking, 102 radio programs, 102 short films in 102 days. The opening film of 3 minutes was also made by Marva Studios, and I ran from Jaipur to New Delhi with the medal. Then created a world record with sports and media together. That time, whatever film we were making every day, after shooting for 6-8 hours a day, we were condensing it into 1.5-minute capsule every day and handing over to the Commonwealth main body for world broadcast. That was the time I realized things are not difficult. I mean, like 213 or 20 countries, I don't know how many you claim, and UN.
193.
193 recognized by UN.
Yeah, but there are
213 probably now, other than the UN recognized. Everybody was showing that 1.5-minute clip every evening on their national broadcasters.
Alright, thank you.
His Excellency, heartiest welcome.
Thank you very much indeed.
Good morning, sir.
What a wonderful occasion when we all have gathered once again in this beautiful art gallery to celebrate art. Asian Academy of Arts of Marva Studios been very active, and we have been always involved in celebrating art, culture, sculptures,
the same hall had seen some wonderful painting exhibition and sculpture exhibitions in last so many years. If I make a sum total of all the events, what we have done in last 22 years, the number is already crossing more than 3,200 events from this campus. Well, my dear friends, today I'm so happy that today we have with us to inaugurate this beautiful exhibition by Kiran Mehra, no other than our dearest friend and our ambassador from Belgium. Our heartiest welcome to His Excellency Lucas. Excellency is been in New Delhi now recently, and he has been on some of the finest destinations. On the finest destinations earlier. He's been an ambassador of Belgium to Switzerland. He's been a head of cabinet for the Minister for Development Cooperation in Brussels. He's been an ambassador of Belgium to Poland. He's been a deputy head of mission, minister consular, and head of the political section at Embassy of Belgium in USA. He's been a deputy head of cabinet of Minister of Foreign Affairs, Louis Michel, Brussels. He's been a deputy head of cabinet of the Minister of Foreign Trade in Brussels again, and he has actually attained some of the finest jobs, and government of Belgium has always trusted him for some of the finest and most sensitive positions of the country, and I'm so happy that we have with us His Excellency the Ambassador of Belgium right here as the chief guest of the day. Big clap for His Excellency. May I request, please come forward. Yeah, please.
I'm just nobody.
We all know who you are.
My spouse.
My dear friends, these are four.
Thank you so much, Sandeep ji. This is very overwhelming. I mean, you've just told us so many fantastic things and things we've been doing with AFT, and it's a wonderful opportunity for me to be here with all these young people. You know, we always have all kinds of events, but for us in the United Nations, because I cannot separate the two, I cannot separate the personal artist from the United Nations, and it's fantastic for us to work with young people. And as Sandeep ji told you, we have had lots of interaction with you before and on many subjects, and we will continue to do that. Now that we have left the Millennium Development Goals behind and we're moving to the Sustainable Development Goals, we will have even more interaction, which will give you more and more ideas. And I think you will become very much more creative as time goes on, because you'll become used to mainstreaming these ideas and not having to just make social films. They're not going to be social films, you're mainstreaming the social ideas. So thank you for being here. I'm really happy always to have young people around us. As far as the paintings are concerned, I just want you to know that in the last few years, I have been in India as the director of the UN Information Center for India and Bhutan. And I have not had much free time, but because my family has not been with me, there have been certain moments where I could have been partying or, you know, going for movies. But I decided that I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to be creative in my own way. And so what you see around you is in fact from my many travels around India, around the world, where I would capture these images, and then I have transformed them into paintings. There are some that were not mine. They were photographs that inspired me from different, maybe a newspaper, maybe I think I saw many people looking at the NDTV one, which I don't see right now. Sorry, because oh, right there, right in front, the rainy day in Delhi. And so I just want you to know that these, when I painted them, I did not have anything specific in mind, because there are artists who have an agenda. They're very passionate about maybe a particular subject, or they want to show you maybe some sort of suffering, or their abstracts, which of course are subjective, so you can imagine whatever you want. But for me, this is just taking life as I saw it in different cities and portraying them, portraying the life that I saw. And some people told me that they actually see peace, happiness, and a sort of a contentment in all these. And I would say that if others see that, well, who am I to say that I didn't have that in mind? I think it must be my UN background or something that made this possible. So thank you so much for being here today and sharing this moment with me. And thank you very much for making it possible. And I'm so happy that I have such distinguished people here to actually light the lamp and inaugurate this. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations, Kiran ji, for the excellent things which you have made and which are on show today. Painting always reflects the emotions of the artist. What is seen through the artist's eye, that is conveyed to the paintings. I have been delving in this for some time as a critic also. So I see a wonderful potential in you for becoming a much greater artist from what I see today. And I'm sure your experience in various countries. Of course, when you mentioned about Delhi, and I said that it is, you said it represents the rainfall in Delhi. I wouldn't like you to paint Delhi today. It's highly with specks of dust, and I think that'll be enough of a painting of Delhi. So but anyway, congratulations. It's been beautifully painted, and all these paintings are gems. And I'm sure all our young friends who have been here earlier, before we came here, must be really enjoying them. Congratulations once again, Kiran.
Well, I would like to begin by taking my hat off to Kiran ji. We've had the privilege of knowing her for the past few years, ever since she assumed her present responsibilities. And I've always admired her for the fact that, it's one thing for a diplomat to be stationed in Delhi and to make the most of his or her stay here. But she's been very much part of India in more senses than one. She has contributed to India's own aspirations, India's own attempt to achieve its potential on the international stage. I've seen her in many avatars, in NGO conferences, in peace and conflict conferences, interfaith conferences, and she's always been there as something much more than a diplomat denying herself in a very interesting and challenging posting. I've always seen her as a very vibrant, colorful, creative person, but I frankly didn't know today that she was also such a painter. An artist where all these qualities in her that my wife and I have seen in my life over the years are so apparent. The colors, look at the show, and also the sense of peace and harmony and joy in all these paintings. So my congratulations to her and thanks to her for all that she has done while she has been in India. And while I'm at it, I would also like to take my hat off to Sandeep, because I've also had the privilege of being associated with many of his wonderful activities over the years. And I must say that I never cease to be astonished by his energy and his spirit and his determination to go the extra mile in producing something which has a lasting impact. Thank you for your show. Thank you very much.
Very much. First of all, I am very much thankful to Mr. Sandeep, who introduced with all those big dignitaries. It's my pleasure to be here for congratulating Ms. Neelamji, Kiranji. Sorry. I have seen the painting. If you see, most of the painting are having the water. Water means peace, calm. It means whatever she is doing, it is doing by heart, with a calm and quiet mind. Again, congratulations and keep it up. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vadra, and thank you very much to give me the honor of having been declared the guest of honor to this, for me, unexpected event, which I appreciate very much. And I should actually start by congratulating also Mrs. Mehra-Kerpelman for this fantastic collection of paintings that she made, inspired by India and by some other parts of the world, I see. So I think it's really colorful and very inspired. So congratulations to that. Of course, we came here to discover the Madras Studios and Noida Film City, which we're doing this way as well. But for me, this is an interesting introduction into, let's put it like, the dynamic and active atmosphere that exists here in Madras Studios. I'm sure that's a lot to do with the leadership of Mr. Malva here, who I think the other guests of honor have already indicated that is a very dynamic person. So personally, as Ambassador of Belgium to India, I'm looking forward to good collaboration with Marwa Studios, with the Indian film industry, to work together in this cinematographic area, and maybe we'll see some more Belgian filmmakers coming to India, hopefully some more Indian films being made in Belgium, so and some more Indian visitors to Belgium at the same time. So once again, thank you very much and congratulations.
Yes, sir.
This is for a couple of days.
2 days. Actually, you can go in the morning and come back in the evening if you want. It's your choice.
Okay.
Well, I'm just discovering these fantastic, colorful paintings by Mrs. Mehra-Kerpelman, and I'm very impressed by the way she has been able to capture these special places in India, like here in Kochi, Chinese fishing nets, which I visited myself a long time ago. So it's really remarkable how she can bring to life a scene like that in a beautiful spot in India. So it's really great. And I'm going to look at all the other paintings as well, because there's several others in Europe, I mean in India, but there are a couple of them also that have been taken from European capitals. So it's a great collection, and I congratulate her.
एग्जीबिशन जो है ये दिखाती है कि जो आर्टिस्ट को जो महसूस हुआ, दिल से महसूस हुआ, उसको उन्होंने रंग में बिखर दिया। और इससे ये प्रतीत होता है कि एक तो किरण जी बहुत देश घूमी हैं, उनको जो सुंदर स्थान लगे, जो रमणीक स्थान लगे, वो उन्होंने पेंटिंग्स में एक तरह से पोर्ट्रे कर दिया। इसमें इनकी मल्टी फैसेटेड पर्सनैलिटी रखती है। ये किरण जी जो हैं बहुत बहुरूपी पर्सनैलिटी है इनकी, बहुत और इन्होंने जो अपना पेंटिंग है वो बड़ी प्रोफेशनल रूप में, प्रोफेशनल की हैसियत से किया है। इट इज़ नॉट न्यू आर्टिस्ट, इज़ एन आर्टिस्ट who has done professional work earlier, क्योंकि जो उन्होंने रंग इस्तेमाल किए और जो इन्होंने इमोशंस कैप्चर किए हैं वो एक कोई नया आर्टिस्ट नहीं कर सकता। कोई प्रोफेशनल आर्टिस्ट कई सालों से पेंट करता रहा है। अब आप यही देखिए पेंटिंग, अगर ये सीढ़ियाँ आप देखें ऐसा लगता है कि 3 डायमेंशनल पीछे चली जा रही है। ये एक आर्टिस्ट की खूबी है कि एक 2 डायमेंशन पेंटिंग को 3 डायमेंशनल, तो इस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी एक बहुत रिमार्केबल पेंटिंग है ये, और बाकी भी इनकी पेंटिंग्स बहुत सुंदर।
I actually, of course, it's a great pleasure to be here to see Mrs. Mehra's paintings, but I personally wanted to congratulate Mr. Marwa for this very, very nice collaboration and generous gift to the United Nations. I think these films are really important for the world and definitely for India, and to encourage the young budding directors and producers that we have in India. Thank you very much.
Reflect the color, the vibrancy and the creativity of the artist, who in a normal working life is also full of life, full of color, full of creativity. And that is why she has made such a big impact in India during her astonishingly successful tenure as the head of the UN Information Center. I love these paintings because I think they are a reminder to us about how precious is the gift of life, and how there is so much of beauty, so much of symmetry, and so much of surprise in nature, and also in some of man's creations. So it makes me feel very humble, very happy, very proud that a friend, Kiran ji, has created so many wonderful works of art as a reminder of the beauty that surrounds us in this world. Thank you.
Mehra has done a very excellent job, and what she is supposed to tell through the painting, let's have a clear-cut message. One can do anything once they are having the peace in mind, and this water shows the calmness of the mind, and definitely it's the pleasure to be the part of this exhibition, and I'm very much thankful to Mr. Sandeep Marwa, who has given this opportunity to be the part of this exhibition, and my sincere congratulations to Mrs. Mehra.
You can never take the India out of you. You can be anywhere in the world, but that part is with you, and I think we all know that. And somebody asked me about the dog. Why is there this dog? And that is also part of India, because in one scene I saw the stray dog of India, which has a regal power. You know, it's there on the street, it doesn't leave. It says that this is my domain. And so I started putting the dog in almost all of the paintings since then, and that is the India in it.
Since you are painting water, you know, there are other water bodies also which are polluted, you know, unfortunately, like the Yamuna river and all. So what do you say about this, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's very important, and of course we're talking about climate change, we're talking about pollution, environment. These are very important things, and I think that each and every one of us, it's our responsibility. We cannot keep pointing fingers to governments and other bodies. We need to each one take the responsibility ourselves. What is that little one thing we can do, whatever, however small it is, and then we need to take that responsibility and we need to clean up the act, because we need to leave this planet to the next generation better than we found it, because we are borrowing it from them. We are borrowing this planet from the next generation, and it is our responsibility to leave it better than what we found it.
Thank you so much.
इंटरनेशनल चैम्बर ऑफ मीडिया और एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री के अंतर्गत हम लोगों ने आज एशियन एकेडमी ऑफ आर्ट्स के साथ मिलकर एक सुंदर सी एग्जीबिशन का आयोजन किया है, जिसके मुख्य अतिथि बेल्जियम के एम्बेसडर आज हैं। उनके साथ साथ और भी बहुत सारे इम्पोर्टेंट गेस्ट यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। किरण मेहरा, जो कि यूनाइटेड नेशन इंफॉर्मेशन सेंटर की डायरेक्टर हैं, और उन्होंने ये सभी पेंटिंगें तैयार की हैं। हकीकत तो ये है कि जहाँ जहाँ भी जिस भी जगह पर वो हिंदुस्तान में उन्होंने विज़िट किया, वहाँ की कुछ यादों को बटोर कर वो वापस घर आई, और उन्होंने उन सारी यादों को एक एक करके कैनवस के ऊपर उतारने की कोशिश की है। एक कॉमन फैक्टर जो मैं देख रहा हूँ इन सभी पेंटिंग्स के अंदर, वो शायद पानी है, कि मुझे ऐसा लगा कि पानी से उनका बहुत लगाव है। और पानी जो दर्शाता है वो शांत भाव को दर्शाता है। शायद यही यूनाइटेड नेशन का भी मकसद है कि पूरी दुनिया में शांति फैली रहे, शांति का वातावरण फैला रहे और हम लोग सब शांत भाव से एक दूसरे को प्यार और मोहब्बत से मिलते रहें। तो वो उनकी भावनाओं से व्यक्त हो रहा है, इन पेंटिंग को देखकर भी व्यक्त हो रहा है। बाकी हमारे बीच में डॉक्टर योगेंद्र नारायण जी हैं जो कि सेक्रेटरी जनरल रहे हैं राज्यसभा के। हमारे बीच में राजनिधि शर्मा जी हैं जो कोलालमपुर से यहाँ पर पधारे हैं, वो खुद एक बड़े अच्छे कंसल्टेंट हैं। हमारे बीच में इस वक्त और भी बहुत सारे लोग हैं। मुझे उम्मीद है कि ये पेंटिंग एग्जीबिशन जो है लोगों को पसंद आएगी।